Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So reveal season is in full swing right now, and I got some catching up to do. I gotta get through Kayn, his support card, some equipment stuff, and Master Yi and his support cards. So I'll be going through and catching up on everything I've missed so far, and just give my initial reaction and first impressions to some of the cards, mechanics, and maybe we can try to figure out what decks are going to be built using these cards. So with that, let's just get into it. As per usual, if you're new, drop a sub, drop a like, and let's get into the Kane reveal. So this is pretty exciting. Kane's a really cool champion. He's actually one of my favorite designs in League, so I'm pretty excited to see how he's translated.
The child is gone. The killer remains.
Alright, so Kayn is a Runeterran champion, so he has a deck building restriction, and it says you may put any cultist cards into your deck during deck building. Once you have summoned 3+ different cultist units, draw Kayn. Okay, so his effect comes with a tutor, which is really neat. So if you just curve, maybe if there's a 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 cost cultist, you play all of them and then you get to draw Kayn. That's really nice. So yeah, it's sort of like Evelyn, where we're just going to take a bunch of the same kind of card, put it in the deck, and then a second region, and we call it there. So Kayn himself is a 5-mana 2/5 with Challenger. Origin, the Shadow Reaper, yep, that's what it's called over there. Auto-equip the Darken Scythe. When I kill an enemy, heal me 2. I've struck twice. When I level up, recall me. Okay, so we're gonna have to see what the Darken Scythe is. When I kill an enemy, heal me 2. So he's pretty tanky, actually. Every time he kills an enemy, he gets to heal up a little bit, save some HP on the trade, and when he strikes twice, so via combat or single combat or concerted, any other strike spell, I level up and recall me. Okay, cool.
They will fear my name
and grovel before mine.
Here's the Darken Scythe, that makes sense. It's just a 0/0 equipment attack, grant the Darken Scythe 1/0. Okay, so every time he attacks, he gains 1 attack. Okay, neat.
Cowards hide.
There's gonna be a 3/5 here, right? Yep. Sure. Swings and heals for 2. Pretty good.
Yes.
We'll check out all the other cards later too, the mini cards.
I do not seek redemption.
Merely power.
So this is gonna be a second strike. Level up.
The rage. Let it loose.
Alright, looks clean. 0 mana 3/6. So yeah, he's recalled in hand so that you can pick a form and then summon him during your next action, and you get to pick one of these forms. Transforming all copies into Rost or Shadow Assassin, so red Kayn or blue Kayn. Okay, red Kayn has Overwhelm, Challenger, Corrupted Scythe. When I kill an enemy, fully heal me and the Nexus 2, so he's a bit of a tanky boy. He can also heal you up and restabilize. That's really cool. The Shadow Assassin is an elusive finisher. Okay. I like that.
Finally free of that mortal constraint.
Ghost. If only we picked blue Kayn here, we'd be able to block that. Oh, no problem.
The order.
We have a strike spell. Nice.
Let me hear your screams.
Scout attack, alright.
Submit to me. Time to reap.
Predict card, always nice for consistency. Yeah, this Kayn needs to be like Vengeance or something, otherwise he's way too difficult to deal with. Yeah, that works too. Put him back in hand. Just kidding. We got more strike spells.
Beg for mercy. Triumph is built on a foundation of death.
Okay. So Kayn looks like a pretty cool mid-range card. You need to set him up, you need to level him, protect him, and he's just going to be a finisher for you whether you pick red or blue Kayn, so that's pretty neat. Kayn's Shadow Step. Give Kayn quick attack this round. He starts a free attack challenging an enemy, create a Kayn in your deck. So that's a very strong champion spell, actually. It synergizes with him, it makes him even more powerful, get the quick attack in, so you can safely trade, and also helps him level. Like, let's say you open attack with Kayn, you attack, and then you use Shadow Step to challenge, do a free attack again, and then you have his level. That's pretty good. Corrupted Scythe. Okay, so this is automatically equipped to Rost. Equip, grant Corrupted Scythe 1/1. Nice. All right. Forsaken Bakai. Play predict. If you pick a Darken or an equipment, grant me 1/1. So he's a 1-mana 3/2. Hey yo, 1-mana 3/2 is really strong actually. That's incredibly powerful for attack 1. Especially like if you play this aggro, or if you can get this into an aggro deck. 1-mana 3/2 is incredibly strong. 4-mana 4/4 Ranger Knight Defector. Tough. Once you've equipped an ally this game, grant me Scout. So if you play Kayn, that auto-equips, right? So that should automatically give her Scout. That's pretty cool. I wonder if we can play this card in Scout decks with equipment. Like if we play Misfortune, maybe put an equipment on her, and then we can play this card later. Sounds kind of neat. It's pretty hard to curve, but maybe we'll play around with that. Darken Scythe. Attack, grant the Darken Scythe 1/0. Yep. And then Shadow Scythe, which I believe I'm covering right now. Shadow Scythe says attack grant 2/0. So Shadow Assassin ramps up a bit faster, but doesn't gain any HP. So he gains +2 +0. So if you want a 1/1 buff, you pick Red Kayn. If you want 2/0 buff whenever Shadow Assassin attacks and he's elusive, then you want Blue Kayn. So that makes sense. We'll probably change up which Kayn we level depending on the game situation. From first impressions, it looks like red is just a little bit better, but blue might actually have a really niche win con, so we'll see. Moving on to the Master Yi reveal, and then we'll cover all the cards that synergize with both. I'll be trying to slam through those. So let's take a look at Master Yi real quick.
To restore this legacy is my greatest honor.
Okay, Master Yi is a 3-mana 2/3 with Quick Attack. Round start, reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1 this round. So it's a random spell, right? And flow, grant all allied everywhere. All allied everywhere? All allied what? Pause champ. Grant all allied Master Yis everywhere 2/0. Yeah, I've already heard some talk about this guy, so I know that's his effect. A card triggers its flow ability if you play 2 spells or skills in the last round. Okay, so flow actually has natural synergy with Jin Annie as well because of the amount of spells and skills going on. So if we can find a flow card in this expansion that has a skill of its own, hey, we might be able to rock that in Jin Annie, right? So, all right, level up. I've dealt 12. You got it.
There's so much to learn. How will
Yep.
I know when I'm ready?
Even as a so-called master, there is so much I do not know.
All right.
Good, good. A clear mind.
Oh, they're playing Master Yi Nami.
Blade
Equipment,
and mind, honed and sharp.
make him a bit buffer. All right.
Concentrate, June. See the spirit realm in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
I can feel it. It's vast and blinding.
A
Alright.
quiet spirit.
Ashley's going in.
In each hammer's blow, his spirit lives on.
Just the one I was looking for. My helmet could use some work.
We're actually using Health Potion on Master Yi. Unironically, Health Potion kind of good here.
Always be the last resort.
Okay. This looks pretty good so far.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade.
Wow, very cool level up animation. Alright, so now, in leveled up form, attack. I immediately strike the weakest enemy. Oh, that's pretty cool. So he's going to attack at burst speed. Just kill the weakest enemy. No doubt in my mind he's just going to one-shot those. Round start, reduce the cost of spell in your hand by 1. Flow, grant all allied, again, Master Yi's everywhere 2/0. Okay.
A calm heart.
So he's kind of annoying once he's set up.
Spells a new legacy. Alpha strike.
Yep. Wow, the Q animation's actually really cool.
Form before strength.
He's a big boy, but he doesn't have Overwhelm.
Let us see if you are worthy.
Does the wind stop to consider which direction to blow, Master?
You are a fledgling child flailing his arms.
Yeah.
Voodoo style.
There's a lot of pink region going on here.
Meditation calms a cluttered mind.
Like, from the video, it just seems like it's way too impossible to remove Master Yi.
Routine style.
Form before strength.
Oh, that helps.
Show me your skill.
Oh yeah, we can just dragon kick that in the face.
Our opponent was
No
weak,
out, no
but
mystic?
inferior.
Alright, bet. on.
lesson is complete.
Interesting. Okay, so Master Yi kind of reminds me of Lee Sin, right? Just get him really big and then do direct damage to face, and using Pink Region to protect Master Yi over the course of the game. So that's pretty cool. I think they translated his kit and his role from League of Legends into lore, where Master Yi just wants to like be by himself. He wants to amp up and he wants to split push, you know, stay away from everyone until he just becomes an absolute late game menace, which is exactly what's going on here in Legends of Runeterra. So you set up Master Yi, you protect him with all the Pink Region stuff, denies, notifies, buffs. You get Master Yi developed, and he's like your one card win con, right? It kind of also reminds me of Bujin's from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a one-man army style deck. You put down your dude and you protect it with everything else in your hand. Very cool. We actually didn't have a perfect one-man army style besides like Fiora, I guess, and Pantheon strategies, I guess. Master Yi is definitely more carbon copy one-man army deck, so this is kind of cool. We could probably run Master Yi with Kayn for the cheap spell. We can probably run Master Yi with Lee Sin with spell synergy, and then have two people kicking the opponent's nexus. Also, multiple Lee Sins equals multiple dragon kicks, so that helps Master Yi if he's really big. So we can kind of see some different directions to go there. I like that. Soul Sword is an equipment. Let's talk about that real quick. 4 mana, +3/+2. Flow, I cost 2 less. Okay. Sure. So it's a 2 mana +3/+2. That's really strong. So that's going to be the equipment for Master Yi without a doubt. That's just really good. Give an ally 2/0 this round, create meditation in hand, and create a Master Yi in your deck. Okay, what's meditate do? Give an ally 0/2. Okay, well it's 1 mana, create a 2 mana, +2/+. Okay, so it's 3 mana +2/+2, which is kind of fair because it's split among 2 spells, which has synergy with Master Yi, has synergy with Lee Sin. Yeah, and it might get cheaper based on flow, right? And stuff like that, and Master Yi's round start effect. So that's all kind of cool. Summon Wind. Summon a Vassian Disciple, draw 1. Vassian Disciple is an elusive. Nexus Strike, recall me and transform me into the Wind. So you play the Disciple, attack, transform into Wind, draw a card, summon this thing again. That's pretty cool. It's just like a 1-card engine, right? You're just cycling. June the Prodigy, 3 mana 4/3. The first time I am equipped, give me barrier and a lifesteal this round. Very tanky, super big heal. That's going to be really annoying for aggro decks. Disciple of Doran. When I'm summoned, create a preparation. Preparation says, reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1. So you get to choose, right? Reduce the cost of a spell. I think you get to choose. If not, then it's random. But that's pretty good too, actually, being able to cheat out a spell 1 mana faster. What if you played FTR with Ionia again? I know there was an Ionia FTR variation. Can make FTR cost 11 instead of 12. That's pretty neat. Alright, now let's get into all the other cards. Support cards, own standalone synergies. I think there might be some support cards for existing archetypes. I'll try to explain equipment and what I think about Kayn as well, since I gave some Master Yi ideas. So what I think about Kayn is he's his own region, right? So the second region wants to be something that can do strike spells or free attacks. So I'm thinking his second region is going to be Noxus or Demacia. Probably Demacia. Noxus is like pretty cool. You can do the Bloody Business if he gets amped up. We can do the Ruined Reckoner to start a free attack with Kayn, and that's really neat. I really like Noxus, but I think Kayn is going to default to Demacia because of how well-rounded it is, and it's just going to be the next mid-range Demacia deck of the patch. Like, I'm not kidding. It's just probably how it's going to have to be. Got Sharp Sight protection, got single combat, concerted, can control the board. Kayn very much wants to control the board, and then he can pick Red Kayn to heal himself, so the Demacia deck doesn't even lose to burn. So it's kind of scary. That's pretty much where I'm thinking it's going to go. It's going to be like Kayn plus rallies plus single and concerted and the cultist cards, right? And that's probably going to be a very strong day 1 deck. I'll probably build that. And for Master Yi, again, I'm thinking Kennen, maybe even Mono Ionia. So I'll try to play around with that as well and give you guys some really cool day 1 decks. So be on the lookout for that. Moving right along, we have the support cards. We're going to try to blaze through this pretty fast here. I'll just give some quick thoughts. Can I do like this? No, I cannot. So we have Furious Wielder. An equipped ally strikes an enemy. 4 mana, strike spell, really good. It just has to be on an equipped target. Very nice. So the way equipment works, it's a lot like attach units, where you just put it onto a card for the mana cost, and it transfers the stats and effects to the card you're equipping to. Also, like attach, you cannot do 2 of the same on 1 unit. Like, you cannot do 2 attach units. You cannot do 2 equipments either. You can also not mix them. You cannot do an attach and an equip, right? It's only one thing at all times. You put 1 equipment or 1 attachment on a unit and it cannot have any more. So Kayn himself auto-equips a scythe, so we cannot put another weapon on him, and we also can't attach him with any attachment units. So it's a little confusing, but once you get it, it makes a lot of sense. So let's go on through this. This is the Darken Ballista. When I'm equipped, deal 1 to your Nexus. You may spend 8 mana to play me as this guy. This guy is round end, the strongest enemy, and I strike each other, so it's a finisher for Darken. 8 mana, 5/13 Overwhelm. Really big board contester, and it also has Overwhelm, and it strikes, and it's really good. Not sure if it's going to see play because, you know, 8 mana is kind of costly. The game should be over by then, but hey, maybe it does see play because it is quite good. We also get to run it as a equipment anyways, so we can just give it to any unit that doesn't have an equipment already and give it +2. Okay, momentous choice. Give an ally +1/+0 or +0/+1 this round. If you have equipped an ally this game, play a copy of me on the same target. So really good doubling up there for 1 mana. Super nice. Tempting prospects. So a Demacia draw card. 1 mana burst speed. Pick a follower or equipment from the top 4 of your deck, draw it, and place the rest into your deck. So 1 mana manifest draw, I guess, kind of like. That's pretty good. You get to take a look at something in the top 4 as long as it's a follower or equipment. Would really suck if it whiffs, like stalking. But yeah, this is really solid. This is probably going to be hard run in most Demacia strategies, even without cultists. Like just picking a follower is really nice draw. Ranger Knight Defector. 4 mana, 4/3 tough. Once you've equipped an ally this game, grant me Scout. I briefly talked about it before. I'd love to see play in actual scout decks, being able to like equip something and then play this, which is really aggressively statted and has tough. Really nice with scout. Forsaken Bakai. Play predict. If you pick a Darken or equipment, grant me 1/1. Very strong card. This is going to be must run in every cultist strategy. He's going to be incredible. If we can fit this in aggro, he's going to be played in aggro. If we can fit that in Azir Aurelia, it's going to be played in Azir Aurelia. This is like a 1-card do-all. One of the best cards of the patch. Heedless Resurrection. 5 mana slow. Once you've equipped an ally this game, I cost 2 less. Revive the strongest dead ally champion. So this is Sharima. Kind of interesting. If you equip, it's a 3 mana revive the strongest thing, so a rekindler effect as a spell. Being Sharima's kind of weird. I'd rather see this in Shadow Isles, but I'm not really sure what to make of this. The champion has to die, and we have to equip, and we have to play this in the late game for 3 mana, resummon the champion. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. I wonder if we can do self-slay stuff. Maybe if we like slay our own Nasus and then revive him. I don't know, maybe. Draconic Bands, 4 mana equipment. My bearer is a dragon, so it gives him Fury, Dragon Tag, +3/+3. Huge. This is a big buff. This is definitely for Pantheon, right? We can put this on Saga Seeker or Pantheon himself, and it's just massive stat boost. Buried Armory. Countdown 2. Create a Treasure of Sands in hand. Treasure of Sands is a 4/4. Just big vanilla 4/4. No special effect, just 3 mana 4/4. Pretty good. Really big sets. Put that on Drannington and have a grand all time. Great Hammer is a 2 mana Noxus equipment, +2 and Overwhelm. That's massive. This is actually probably playable in burn decks, actually. Just giving something Overwhelm and 2 attack is massive. For 2, that's insane value, right? It's might, but 1 less mana. 1 less mana, 1 less stat point. Pretty good. And it's permanent. Jagged Cutlass, 3 mana, 2/1 equipment. Plunder, I cost 2 less. So if you plunder, this is a 1 mana, give something 2/1 permanently. Pretty nice. Yeah, that's actually just pretty good. As long as you plunder it, that's good value. We talked about Kayn. We went through all of Kayn's stuff already. Cool, okay. So here's a Demacia counterplay card. Silence and Suppress, slow. 1 mana, destroy a unit's equipment, and if it's a follower, silence it. So 1 mana silence for Demacia and destroy an equipment. Nasty, nasty, nasty. This is actually really good. I believe this is going to see a lot of play early because there's going to be a lot of people playing equipment and equipment style decks, and then it's just going to be a tech card for that meta afterwards. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be a hard run in most Demacia strategies until like it's a meta card, right? It's a tech option. It's like hand traps. Hex Obliterator. 6 mana, so this is good for Jace. This is good for Lux guys. Okay, think about that. PNZ, fast. Deal 5 to a unit. If I kill it, obliterate. So it skips the graveyard, goes straight into obliterate, can't be revived. Pretty good. Again, Lux synergy, insta levels her. Good with Jace because it can deal 10 to something and then obliterate it. Nice. Loaded Vessel. Deal 2 to a unit, draw 1 at the next round start for each damage dealt and give them fleeting. So it's a 5 mana fast speed. That's pretty good removal actually for Bilgewater. So you want to play this when there's kegs developed so you can deal even more damage. So if you have 1 keg, it deals 3, and then you draw 3 cards next round start and give them fleeting. That's super good for Twisted Fate level. It's super good for cycling. I could actually see this being played in Plunder. So Plunder might be an archetype that comes back, GP Sedge. I would love to see it. This card actually might make it. Like, this is really strong. Surprisingly strong for Plunder. Catalyst, 3 mana, 0/0 equipment, but whatever you're equipping to, your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. So it's the Funsmith effect, but you can put it on a card that doesn't suck like Funsmith. So that's really strong, actually. This is probably one of the most powerful effects in the game that isn't being utilized. Your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. I wish I could run this in Jin Annie, but it's P and Z, so cannot do that because it'd be kind of broken in Jin Annie. Yeah, otherwise though, this is really good. If you put this on a tanky unit, you can just kind of control the board. Everything does extra damage. It's tie bulk, right? But on an equipment, that's pretty good. As long as your unit doesn't get removed, this card keeps getting value. Noxian Defector, quick attack, grow my power to that of the strongest equipped ally. Okay, but it doesn't gain its effects or anything. It's just going to be a 4 mana big attack, quick attack unit. Cultist and Noxus. That's pretty good. I actually think this is well statted. Having 4 HP kind of makes or breaks this card, so I like that. Yeah, you just have a big equipped dude, and then Noxian Defector will attack alongside of it and have big attack as well. Pretty good. Mist Fall. When I'm summoned, draw an equipment. Okay, so if you only run 1 kind of equipment in your deck, you're going to hard draw it, which is a tutor, right? Not just a random draw, so that's good. The first time each round an unequipped ally is equipped, refill a spell mana and grant them 1/0. That is a lot of value for a 3 mana landmark, actually. This seems pretty good. If you can pass 3, like let's say you're running this in Master Yi, which is what I'm assuming you're doing. You play this on 3, like defense 3, and then Master Yi on attack 4, and then maybe equip him with something. Seems pretty good. Refill of spell mana, you grant 1/0, you start getting value on the board, you can kill things now. That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good card. Shadow Blade Fanatic, 3 mana 3/2 quick attack. Once you've equipped an ally this game, create a Shadow Fiend in hand. More Shadow Fiend support, which is kind of random and weird. I don't think Shadow Fiend's ever going to be a good card, but here we have the 3 mana 3/2 Cultist that creates 1 for free. I guess we can use it as a blocker sometimes. Pretty good. June, we already talked about. Wind, we already talked about. Prep, we already glanced through all the Master Yi stuff. What's this? Seal and Steal. Obliterate an ally and create a corrupted form with its stats. And corrupted form is a weapon. Oh, okay. So we can kill an ally, put its stats on a weapon. The weapon costs 3, and we can put that on someone else. That's pretty good. This is gonna be interesting. It obliterates though, so that kind of hurts self-slay synergy. We won't want to do that. 2 mana though. I think there's some really interesting combos with Seal and Steal that are out there. It's not innately powerful. It's a cool effect. It's a good effect. It's just going to be a niche effect as well. It's going to be a super specific combo, I believe. Orazi. 8 mana Darken, so more Darken stuff. 7/7 Spell Shield. Support card in Targon. Alright, makes sense. Roll my supported ally stats to mine. Give it my positive keywords this round, which is automatically Spell Shield, but if you give it more keywords, then hey, it can spread those too. All my homies love keyword synergy, but this is an 8 mana card, comes out really late. This should be, you know, a top end finisher. Next we have the Darken Lodestone, 2 mana 1/1, equipment support. Oh, we're giving a support effect. That's awesome, actually. I wonder if this is going to be good in Lulushan. Let me see. Grant my supported ally 1/1. You may spend 8 mana to play me as Horazi. Oh, this is not a hard run card. This is, okay, that's better then. So just like the card way down here, Naga Neka, it's super good because it's just an equipment that we can spend extra mana to have a finisher. So that makes it better than running a finisher in your deck that's that, you know, costly. This is better. You may spend me as 8 to summon Horazi. Okay, I like that a lot now. This is pretty good. Back Alley Bar. Yo, Back Alley Barkeep support. Let's go. When I'm summoned, summon a Back Alley Barkeep and your new cards cost 1 less. This is huge. This is actually a 1 card, let's create a new archetype in Legends or Runeterra. Back Alley Barkeep discover mechanics and stuff that, you know, you get new cards, cost 1 less. That's so fun. This is going to be a really cool casual deck. I can't imagine this being meta, but I can imagine this being absolutely jank and hilarious to play, and I want to build one. That is awesome. I love Back Alley Barkeep. Next we have Mecha Pulverizer, 3-mana 3/3 Bandle equipment. To play, discard a card. So the thing I'm immediately seeing with this is Rumble. Like if you play Rumble Scion, you can discard something and then give your Rumble 3/3, and he's already on Spell Shield, Quick Attack, Overwhelm if he targets Scion with his discard, all kinds of stuff, right? So this is just pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Pretty strong. Then we have... wait, that's it. This is just the ones that were released today. Cool, so that runs through everything. Feels good. We caught up. Okay, so for some closing thoughts, I'm pretty excited about playing Kayn. I want to try him in both Noxus and Demacia, which I think are his 2 strongest regions. So far, I'm also pretty excited for Master Yi. I'll probably play test a couple Yi decks. He's not super my playstyle, but I will try him out, see what I can do with him, maybe get some spice going. Plunder can definitely come back. And Jace Lux got a buff, and Demacia as a whole region got a buff. Oh, and so did Noxus decks that want to play Overwhelm. I think that got a buff too. Overall, really strong cards. I think a lot of cards that can actually fit into existing decks to make them even better. So I am definitely curious to see what's going to happen within the first couple weeks of the next expansion, and the other champions that have yet to be revealed. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!